Alright, so it's been a few days since I've worked on the Predator. So it's probably been like maybe 4 days since I made a video on it. It's just been sitting here. Just been waiting for parts to come in. I got a few parts here. Still waiting on a bunch more. This is maybe even not even half of them. Still haven't worked on the plastics yet. And it's the 30th right now. Halloween is tomorrow. And I don't think it's gonna be done for Halloween. That was the original goal, though. Still gonna try. It's probably about 10:15 right now. I got school in the morning, but I'll see what I can get done. Right now, I'm gonna focus on the front bumper, and so here it is with no bumper, of course. And then let me put the stock bumper on it, and then I'll show you the new bumper. So there's the stock bumper on it. The reason why I actually got a different bumper instead of like painting this one black or something, or like just cleaning it up and keeping it so it matched the wheels and when the Nerf bars are on there and stuff, was, pretty much just because I wanted a smaller bumper. And I mean, I just really wasn't a fan of how this one looked and like how far out it was. Like, I don't really like bull bars and stuff, and this one, with how big it is and stuff, I don't know. I just, wasn't really a fan of it. So, let me just show you guys the bumper I picked out. And here is the new front bumper. It is actually lower than I thought that it would be, but I do like the low profile look, and the whole look of it's gonna be just a lot different once the plastics are actually on. So, I mean, so far it looks pretty good, but I'm sure it'll look a lot better once the plastics are on it and everything. But there's the new front bumper I got. It's a Elba Racing. It was the Intimidator bumper that I got. So there it is. It's black. Goes with the control arms and stuff. It actually looks pretty close. I mean, this is a little bit more glossy, but black. It's a concept. So not like my oranges match either. So like, there you go. It's pretty good. I think it looks better than that shiny bumper, anyways. But hopefully, I can get the plastics done soon and then get a better look at everything. But I think next I'm just gonna do the plastics, just to try and get them done and see how far I can get. I do have new front wheel bearings, if my camera knows how to work. I do have new front wheel bearings, and I have the main jet for the carburetor, so I can get my carburetor all back together. I got the bowl and the needle and all this stuff still sitting over here. But I am gonna work on the plastics now. And hope you guys like the new front bumper. Gotta get the plastics done to get a better opinion on it, but there it is. Alright, so just before I get to working on the plastics, I was actually just looking at the front end when I was tightening down my bumper from the last clip that you guys saw. And check this out. It's hard because I gotta hold the camera, so it shakes a little bit, plus my camera's not good anyways, but that's all in my wheel bearing. So, yeah, let's see it again. You guys can even hear it too here. My wheel's all tight and everything. As you can see, it's kind of like all moving there. I mean, I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick it up, but like, I can definitely shake it. And I got all new ball joints and everything. Pretty much everything, but like my steering box bearings, and my steering column bearing. Like everything else has been replaced. Tie rods, ball joints, all of that that good stuff. Control arm bushings. So, and then also shock bushings. So it's none of that. Like, the only thing it could be is the wheel bearings, which up here, right here, right there, I got the new wheel bearings. But I just need it for a picture. So I'm gonna leave my old wheel bearings in there, but definitely I get those done. This side over here too also has a little bit of play. I think you guys can see that. Yeah, both sides are definitely bad. And when I had the front hubs off and I was painting them, I was spinning the bearings, and one of the inner bearings on this side of the shaft, or the spindle, one of the inside bearings seemed pretty rough and like it was smoked. So that's when it was like, you know, I kind of had the, you know, idea of just getting like everything, since I, you know, I was already in ball joints and stuff. Just like, you know, the chances of the wheel bearing still being good and stuff, but like, you know, I couldn't really tell with how bad everything else was on the front end. And now looking at it, definitely needed them. And so I got them up there. I'll just have to do them this weekend, which shouldn't be too bad. I don't know how exactly to press them out. I'm hoping that they just come right out. Yeah, because it's not like it has a race and stuff. So should just be able to put a little punch on there from the back side or something and pound it out. I'm not exactly sure. You gotta take another look at it, but that's usually how it goes. So hopefully it just goes like that, you know. Maybe, I don't know, shouldn't take exactly like too horribly long, but just thought I'd show you guys that. And then also waiting for brake pads to show up still. So you know, I'll wait to do the wheel bearings until the brake pads show up too, so that I can just do it all at once. Since I got to pull the calipers off to do the wheel bearings pretty much. So I'll just do all that. And then still waiting on the chain slider and my rear brake bracket. Here's my rear brake. Yep. So, I mean, I got this bracket all painted up, and this is actually the bushing for it. I got a new bushing, the new bracket, and new brake pads. So, that's gonna be all done. I got my new chain. I was just waiting for the chain slider. Didn't want that to get eaten up. And then I got my new carburetor duct. And then obviously gotta put the carburetor back together like I said in the last clip. But there's everything. Now I'm gonna get started on the plastics. Alright, so I didn't quite get the Predator done, but it is Halloween. And I had to make a pumpkin. So there it is. I got my bright flashlight in there to really light them up. But there it is. It's like Rudolph right now, you know. Nose shines so bright. But there it is. The pumpkin with the grape pumpkin. Well, the jack-o'-lantern. So there it is, guys. And let me just shut the lights off. There it is. Hope you guys have a happy Halloween. I know you guys are going to see this later, but for me right now it's Halloween. So I hope all you guys had a good Halloween. Alright, so on the Predator, I got the carburetor all put back together with the 155 jet in there. And I dropped down my needle. I dropped the clip down one spot. I put the bowl back on. My screws are starting to kind of get stripped out, and it's leaking gas now. So probably gonna have to get new screws for that, because the gasket looked fine. So I think my screws didn't get tightened enough or something there, so it's always something with this thing. Okay, so here's another video on the Predator, and I don't know, it might be the last one in a while. Well, I got my new oil line put on right there. It is, I believe that one's the suction line. I don't know, I get them mixed up, but it's this one right here. And that one was the worst. If you look right down there, nothing's leaking. It's full of oil, got no leaks. And if you look in here, if you look in there, nothing's leaking from the carburetor. We're all good in there. I got some new screws from the hardware store, put those in the bowl. And I mean, I looked at the gasket wasn't great, but I flipped it around because it's symmetrical. And then I put the new screws in, tightened it up, and then it was still leaking. And then I just tapped on it, and my float was stuck. So that just freed it up. And so the float was stuck, that's why it was leaking. And that is, like, when your float's stuck, it's not like shutting off the fuel coming in. And so then you have fuel keep coming in, and it's, you know, it doesn't have anywhere to go. So it's gonna like go out your vent, and you know, wherever the vent is and stuff. So that's why it was leaking, because it wasn't like shutting off. So if you tap on it, your float will go up, because it'll float in the fuel that's in the bowl, and that'll shut it like off the fuel flow. Don't know, like, that's probably the best way to explain it. But anyways, if you just kind of tap on it, it'll loosen up. And it's not leaking anymore, and not leaking any more oil. So I think we should go ahead and start it. Oh, and then, so here's all of the parts I got in here. Got my new coolant hoses, my tail light. I got brake pads right here. I got front wheel bearings right there. And then I got my rear bracket. That's what that is for my brake. All that fun stuff. And then I got the chain slider too, so I can put my new orange chain on it. And so I got the carburetor all tuned now, and the oil leak fixed. It's cold, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of choke. She still fires right up. Might need to be tuned a little bit more, but glad to hear it run again. So, I don't know. I'm gonna start working on the snowmobile now, just because I don't got a whole lot of storage left on my phone. So this might be the last clip that you see of the Predator for a while. But I don't know when I'm gonna upload these videos, like this series, yet or not. So it might not be a gap for you guys, but it's definitely gonna be a gap for me. But oh yeah, and also I got the heel guard brackets on right here. They're all bolted up, and then my foot brake. That's also something new that I did. And then my new air duct. But there it is, guys. Time to start on the snowmobile. It's winter time. It's getting cold out.